When did a rookie save a veteran's career? Staff Sergeant Blake had 22 years in, 3 combat tours, Purple Heart, flawless service record, 6 months from retirement when everything went sideways. New private arrived at our unit fresh from basic. Tommy Walsh, 18 years old, couldn't tie his boots without help, but the kid had one talent nobody expected. He was a computer genius. Blake was old school, hated technology, barely knew how to send emails. When the Army went digital with all our supply records, he was drowning, kept making mistakes on the electronic forms. March came the big audit, Inspector General showing up to review 3 years of supply accountability. Blake's paperwork was a disaster. Missing digital signatures, corrupted files, inventory discrepancies everywhere. I'm screwed, Blake told me. 22 years down the drain because I can't figure out these damn computers. Day before the audit, Blake's system crashed completely. 3 years of records, gone. He sat staring at a blue screen, knowing his career was over. Article 15, reduction in rank, maybe even court-martial for negligence. That's when Walsh spoke up. Sergeant, I might be able to help. Blake laughed bitterly. Kid, unless you can perform miracles, I'm finished. Walsh sat down at the computer, started typing faster than I'd ever seen. Fingers flying across the keyboard like he was playing piano. Data's not actually gone, he muttered. Just corrupted. I can rebuild it. Next 8 hours, Walsh worked non-stop, recovered every single file Blake thought was lost. But he didn't just fix the data. He organized it better than it had ever been. Cross-referenced serial numbers with purchase orders, matched inventory to deployment records, created backup systems Blake never knew existed, made the whole supply room look like a model unit. When the IG team arrived, Blake's records were perfect. Not just adequate, perfect. Inspector actually complimented him on his innovative digital filing system. Blake got promoted to Sergeant First Class. Walsh got a coin from the Colonel, but the real story came out later. Walsh had been watching Blake struggle for weeks, saw how stressed he was, how the other soldiers whispered about the old-timer who couldn't adapt. Kid spent his own time learning our supply system just to help. Why? Blake asked him afterward. You barely know me, Walsh shrugged. My dad was career military, retired as a master sergeant. He always said the old guys taught him everything that mattered. Seemed like it was my turn to give something back. Blake took Walsh under his wing after that, taught him everything about leadership, about taking care of soldiers, about the traditions that made the Army work. Walsh soaked it up like a sponge. 2 years later, Blake retired with full honors. Walsh got promoted ahead of his peers. Blake's recommendation letter was 5 pages long, detailing how the private had saved not just his career, but taught him that young soldiers weren't the enemy of old values. At Blake's retirement ceremony, he called Walsh up on stage. This soldier represents the future of our Army, he said. Smart enough to master new technology, wise enough to respect old wisdom. Walsh is a sergeant now. Still fixes computers, but also teaches classes on bridging generational gaps in military units. Blake's still his mentor, even in retirement. The best part? Blake learned enough about computers to help other older soldiers adapt. Started a program pairing tech-savvy juniors with experienced seniors. Both groups learned from each other.